All right, welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make their best game ever. Good, so, yeah, last session I was having a very hard time understanding what the hell is going on in the CMake. I have no clue. But okay, let's get past this bullshit. Probably, maybe someone else will understand. Okay, so now I would like to figure out if the refactor we did here in the code actually is all proper. All proper. Okay. The way to do that, first let's compile out all the garbage again. All the non-zero hour stuff, okay. Okay, good. So essentially, the first thing we need to do is put a breakpoint in here, yeah. And then wait for it to compile. Yeah. Let's de-optimize this. I also need to get back at reviewing more. Our changes are piling up. Well, to be fair, I'm reviewing every day. Maybe not like all the things every day, but every time at least looking at 1, 2, 3 things, right, from someone else. So I do my fair share of reviews. I think so. Yeah. I didn't look at all the changes that are currently up, right? Like I know that Helmut has a whole bunch of changes pending. But yeah, it's just so much to do, and I mean, I need to focus on something. I can't do everything at once, right? I wish I could. But I think I'm already spending really a lot of time. I think I'm easily spending 30 hours a week now. Yeah. Which is a lot. All right. Good. Then breakpoints. Breakpoint we have set here. I don't know why there's a breakpoint. Breakpoints. Why are there breakpoints at random positions? So what is this? Let me delete all the breakpoints. Okay, here we go. Let's put a breakpoint here. Okay. Okay. Then let's write it out. There we go. Good. So what we would like to know is, would like to know the retail compatible CTC. Okay, what I'm noticing is, okay, we're going to do this later. Good. So solo play, skirmish. Good. So we are looking at this map, yeah? You say. Okay. Let me reduce the volume a bit. Okay, so we want to show the beam. Shoot the beam and then okay. Then let's set this to 30. Let's shoot. Okay. So, template laser radius, visual laser radius. Let's say update. Update, yeah. Init laser, visual laser radius is 0. Okay. Scorch radius is 0. And template radius is 13. 13, okay. Let's put a breakpoint here there, yeah. Damage radius, okay, and now it scales up. It decreases, yeah. And these are the same. Okay. Okay, so that works, yeah. And it shoots. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, next. The scorch radius. Scorch radius. Visual laser radius. I think the scorch radius we can also take out here, right? So how about we move this here? The scorch radius we move here. And we also use the logical laser radius for the scorch. 13. Visual laser radius. Visual laser radius. For debugging, how about we use the logical for now? Remove. Okay. And then so for the beam, let's go to let's take this out here. And we take this out as well. Orbit target laser. Same if that is not invalid drawable library. Okay. Okay, so far so good. And now we go to where we assign it for the first time. Where is it? Here. Create orbit to target laser. Yeah. So here I simply would suggest for testing we just return here. Test. Yeah. So the effect this should have is that we can that we can use our laser, yeah, and it won't draw. So it will shoot in the sky and we can see it, but it will not shoot. The orbit to target laser won't show, but it still does the damage and it still creates a scorch. Yeah. Oh boy. We should probably take the super weapon general next time. Okay, we have enough power. More reactors. Okay, let's shoot. Let's see. So it shoots. We don't hear a sound. We don't see the laser, but it still works. Yeah. Let's also see if it actually applies the damage. Actually, it would be nice to create a video for it. Let me perhaps. I think we didn't record, really. Let me do it again. Okay, I think that works correctly. So we can't see the laser, right? But it still works without the drawable. Okay, that seems to be all correct. Then let me let's see if the thing still works correctly with the visuals. I would also like to run a test and debug. Yeah. Because of the asserts. Where is it? Here. First, let me remove this one here. Then the visual. Yeah, now that's the question. Scorch radius. I think it makes more sense to bind the scorch radius to the visual laser radius, or not sure. Logical laser template. Let's add a comment here. Dependency on data, dependency on drawable. This is a dependency on the drawable. Add info. Yeah. Yeah, do we want to bind the scorch marks on the visual laser radius or not? Not sure. I feel like this damage should actually be inside data. Here, update module data. It should be in here. It should be in here. Yeah. Let me add to do. Let's say info. The template laser radius is a dependency. Has a dependency on the drawable. Add to do. The damage, the radius should probably be part of this one. should probably be part of that. Yeah. And then I would also say that the scorch can be bound to the actual damage. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, let's compile this in debug. Yeah. Oh, we need to configure. Okay, let me get the good. Then I would like to yeah, I would like to run this with the visual laser disabled and see if we run into any errors. Yeah, let's put this here, return. No. They are added if a compatible exe is run. Otherwise, all injections are disabled. Good. Then actually, we should run it with the visual laser. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, I didn't see any asserts. Yeah, right. Okay, how about we load our save game? Oh, Jesus. Shoot particle cannon, debug. Yeah. Boom. Okay. That worked. Okay. Okay. Let's shoot a bit and see if there are any errors. That looks good. Oh, takes damage. Okay. Seems good. Okay, I think that works beautifully. Okay. Then memory leaks. Yeah. Then we need to review our code. Yeah. Okay, let's remove this here. Okay, this one here we need to remove. Yeah. There's still one test we need to run, and that is VS6 compatibility. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then let me run this here. CMD. That. Okay, so we want to enable debug off, release 0 hour on, and generals off. There we go. Okay, let's build that. Good. Okay, so we do have a video here. Yeah. Oh, it has audio. Somehow would have to disable chain too. Yes. Try to fix this a few crashes. So I suggest test without it. Good. I think we made some good progress. Yeah. Okay, while we wait for this, let's see if we can look at any reviews. Something simple, perhaps. Let me see. Author Mauler. He only has 4. Okay. Okay. Then let me look at Helmut Buhler. I think he has quite a lot. 11. Yeah. Two issues in the load replay GUI. If a replay whose map is not in the map cache, it will now continue to display correctly. No longer a limit of 100 replays max. Get map info. What is all this? Where does it? What is all this change here? Why is this map not present? Color map not present. Oof. Let me compare this with hide white space. I think the change for being unable to load replace we don't have the map for, I think that's a good change, yeah. This one we already merged separately. This limit here, this should actually be changed in the W&D file in data. Yeah. Yeah. Get map info. I think the map not present fix we can split off of this change. I can do that. Yeah. Otherwise, like this now too much different stuff. There's this resize thingy in there. And the other fix. So this change does 3 different things, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 'Cause, 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 'cause Okay, so we have built 0 hour. Then let's go to game code build VC6, generals MD, generals ZH. Yeah. Copy. Then we go to general 0 hour. We drop that in here. Then we launch that. Yeah. And then we load replay. Golden replay. Somehow it's grayed out. It is grayed out. It is grayed out. That's not good. Why is it grayed out? Maybe it's correct. Okay. Okay. Big fight. Oof. Oof. Big force here. Big rush. Big laser lock. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Full Cornish, no mismatch. Okay. Good. Then next step, I will replicate that fix to generals. Yeah. So first we create a new branch, and we call that fix CMake. I'll just call it CMake core game engine includes. Okay, will be this and this and that. There we go. Let's compare. Yep. 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 Okay. CMake fix game engine include the fix core fix game engine includes for core, or fix core game engine include. Includes directories. Okay. Then we create a new branch. Based on this one, and we call that refactor hold on, that is called particle uplink cannon update. Refactor particle uplink cannon updates. Particle uplink cannon. Particle uplink cannon update. Yeah. Let's take a look at our changes one more time. So here we just do this. Here we move the laser radius out. Yeah. Orbital decay. would say we change this comment a bit. We say the game logic has a dependency on this drawable. The logical laser radius for the damage. Originally, damage radius was calculated with the value updated by that. To no longer rely on game client updates. Gross frames. Yeah, I think it looks good. Then let's create a new change. Gen ZH decouple decouple particle uplink cannon from the orbit to laser radius. Decouple the logic update. Decouple the logic update from laser drawable. Decouple the game logic update. Decouple the game logic update and particle cannon update from the orbit to ground laser drawable. Orbit to ground laser. Decouple the game logic update and particle cannon from the orbit to ground laser drawable. Good. Then we need to replicate this. So we take this guy and put that here. And then we take this. And then we put that here. And then we take this. And then we see what it does. Okay. Okay, there are some rejections. Okay. 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 Good. First step, we put back in the generals here. Configure. Maybe we should also remove debug. That's okay. I need 2 or 3 of the top modders for the games that can help me stress test the implementations of systems to ensure all systems work for modding the game. Oof. 2, 3 of the top modders for the game that can help me stress test the implementations of systems. Good. Okay. So next, let's see what we need to apply here. Good. So let's search for this one here, damage radius. There we go, generals. Okay. So for some reason it couldn't apply this, and I don't understand why that is. Is that because of the amount of indentation? No. I have no clue why it was not able to apply this. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Okay. So here we have this guy. Then let's search for this one here. This one. Yeah. Oh boy. That's, yeah. Okay. And then take this here. Okay. Then we also need that. To target laser. So remove this one, yeah? No. Okay. Okay. Invalid drawable ID. Orbit to target laser radius. Okay. Okay. I think this works. Let's revert this one. And this one. Good. Then if we didn't make a mistake, then this should be all good. Looks about the same, right? Yeah, looks about the same. Okay, let's see what compiles. I hope that will not be counterproductive as to where they stay with the original release forever. The players stay with the original release forever. Good. Um, it is possible that when EA releases major fixes, that community sees this as official release equals the best, and then there will be no door to get these players. Yeah, I expect if EA really continuously pushes updates, then players will, some, not all, but some players will prefer to stay on this lane, right? The official updates, and they will be more reluctant to use any community updates, right? Because they will see, okay, EA releases updates, and if EA releases them, they must be the superior fixes, right? It's not possible that community releases are any better than EA releases, right? Because that's against logic by, common players. So I think there's a chance that when EA would release, like, fixing all the big things, then players would just stick to that for eternity, because they might be happy for starters. So I don't know what I have to say. Yeah. Especially if EA releases it before we do, right? Yeah. Good. What's next in store? What's next in store? It compiled, so I think we are good to go. Yeah. Good. There was quite some work here, I have to say. Then next I will push this one here. Okay. Various libraries were not able to see core game engine / include. This fixes that. I have no clue how the libraries see generals It's in, where is it? It's in by the way, let me double check that this actually built today. It did, yeah. Channels and decode, yeah. Okay, so various libraries were not able to see files in core game engine includes. This fixes that. I have no clue how the libraries see generals, code, game engine includes, how some of the libraries see. For example, core WW math. If someone can explain to me how this works, that would be great. How this magic works, that would be great. How see files in side note. I also removed some unnecessary interface libraries, some unused. Also removed a couple unused interface libraries. Okay, labels, build. Fix build. Okay. Then we do the next one. This one. All right, let me double check that there's no testing code left. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so this is labels refactor minor. It's a follow-up for gen zh. Fix. No, that's not labeled as fix. It's more refactor for now. Yeah. Let me search for particle cannon. It's a follow-up for this one. Follow-up for that. This change further this change further separates decouple the game logic update and particle from the orbit to ground laser drawable. This change further separates the this change further separates the particle uplink cannon update. Further decouples the game logic update from the orbit to ground laser drawable. It is now possible to use the particle cannon without the laser. The only dependency that remains is the template radius from the laser, which can be decoupled in another future change when we need to customize that. The only remaining dependency is the how about we are a bit more accurate? Dependency is is someone that blind? Well, from the player perspective, it is very logical to stick with EA releases. If EA keeps releasing updates, it is the official version, and players naturally view the publisher, the original publisher developer as the superior author for updates. let's say not just noobs, from common player perspective, it is logical to stick with EA releases. If EA keeps releasing updates, it is the official version, and players naturally view the original publisher developer as a superior author for updates. And if EA, yeah. Yeah, I think that's how I would view it if I was just a player. I would assume that the original developer will release the best updates and not some random guy in the internet, right? Yeah. Good. Okay, what do we know next? Right, we continue with the text here. We wanted to copy some here. Template laser radius. This one. The only remaining dependency is update from the laser, which can be decoupled, and a future change by moving the damage radius to that one. Particle cannon tests without orbit to ground laser. It still applies damage. The scorch is now also coupled to the logical laser radius. Okay, I take that. The invisible laser applies the expected damage. Tested MVC6. Tested against VC6 release golden replay. Change change. I'll just call it description. Let's ask Helmut Buller for review. I don't know if he actually wants to review, if he has time or if he actually cares. I think he does a lot of work on the code, but I think he doesn't do much reviewing, which is understandable. I think most people don't like to do reviewing. It's probably one of the less favorite things that programmers do. So most programmers, they just want to write code or test something, right? They don't want to look at other people's code for reviews. Yeah. Okay. By the way, we need to say that this needs to be merged after this. Merge after that. I think I need to explain one thing here. Here, now it's smaller than this. I had to change this condition from that to that. Is plain wrong. Is plain wrong and mismatches with retail when the drawable test is gone, because it contradicts the condition above. This one. It contradicted the condition above. This one. slightly wrong, slightly incorrect. It mismatches with retail with the draw tests, because it contradicts the condition above. This is the radius that was seen in the ini file. On that note, let me see. Laser radius. I don't know what it's called, this laser radius. Template laser radius, let me see. Laser draw. Laser general. Crusader, Paladin, laser cannon. Orbital laser 12. Huh. Ah, that's num beams, okay. Where do we find this 13? I'm not sure. Okay. I don't know where this number 13 comes from. It must be this one. But there's no 13 here. This one is beam width. Ah, that's the diameter. That's the diameter. Orbital laser. Particle cannon laser. Let me search for this one here. Orbital laser, okay, 26. For generals it's different. Seems like it. No, it's the same. It's the same. Particle uplink cannon, orbital laser. this magic value refers to the diameter in Okay, cool. Then I would say in the next change, we help Helmut here separate this, and then from the replay GUI fix, and we should probably also spend some time with some reviews here. This one. Good. What's the time? Yeah, close to 2 hours. Good. Okay, we got a review here. I don't think files in Vegas Library should see game engine. They need to see files like game engine. Game engine includes common debug.h. I quite don't understand how it currently sees that, but it does not see game engine in core and fails to compile. This change. Fails to compile without this change. Do not understand how Vegas and W3D view currently see that, but it does not see game engine, core game engine. That is very strange. I would add an empty line in between break and location for compatibility. Yeah, I thought about that too, but all this code in this file is already super dense, so I did not intend to break the density. I think this whole function needs to be refactored by moving the code in the switch case labels to functions, to their own functions. It is a mess. But should not do that yet. I think this add an empty line. I think it is not, well, I already answered here. Yeah. I don't think we need to add a break. I would agree with him, but this code and this function is so dense, so I just kept the density. I didn't intend to change that. No. Why do you return a struct that only contains a boolean instead of returning the boolean directly? Because the returned boolean, because a returned boolean has no name. That's why. Yes, that is served in a different change, in a follow-up change. It now put checks data. It was a relative include. Last time I checked, it didn't rely on any include path settings. Is that so? Let me see. Include common debug.h. This one, www.debug. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. In www.debug.h. Okay, I can try to fix it another way then. I will try something. Might want to call this something different. It kind of implies that hard-coded default settings are being loaded. Hard-coded default settings. Load data. Load data. Um, yes, every instance will start with default settings. Load data. Load. I'm not sure. Load default. Load. Maybe load from default file. Yeah, I think that would make sense. Load from default file. Okay. I will take a break now, I think. Blue screen. All right. I will take a break here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.